Hi friends, this is Dainty Tank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Please Be Happy. This is part 14 in the series, and obviously something's different. The reason is my headphones broke last recording. I know, it's sad. It makes me sad. I am a sad Dainty. I am the Dainty sad. But for those who are newer to the channel, this is actually quite the throwback. This was my first recording headphones that I ever had. They are bad. They are very bad. But I got them, and this was how I recorded for my first few episodes, like Bendy and the Ink Machine, and like, because I started with Bendy and then I got into queer stuff because I wanted to not like ruin my queer games and recording my queer games with like me trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing. I am much better now. I use OBS now. I have editing software. Ooh. I am so much like better prepared for what I do now. And like it lets me do more with you. But please forgive me. These are horrible. I might miss things. It's better than like only hearing out of one ear and hearing only half of the sound. So like they broke bad. But it also means I get to play with this thing. Okay, let's go. Last we left off, we had adorable bonding session.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yup. All of the feelings, and we saved twice. I think this is probably near the end of chapter 3, because there's still chapter 4 and 5. And we haven't even gotten to dating the ladies yet. I mean, there's that whole aspect of this game. Like, you open up this, and it's like, oh yeah, you get to choose your own dating adventure, and then it's like tragic backstory, filled with dread, and pain, and suffering, and learning, and loss. Oh my goodness. You're not allowed to do this. Okay, here we go. In the morning, once I go downstairs for breakfast, I'm... the words. It's pleasantly familiar. Toast, eggs, and fruit. Like always. We're gonna do this so I don't knock the microphone. In conversation about books and work in Wellington. After cleaning up, but before Aspen departs, Juliet clears her throat.
By the way, Aspen, I do believe this weekend is a special occasion. Am I correct?
Is it your birthday?
I had been trying to ignore that until now, but yes. Wait, what? What happens this weekend?
What happens? Tell me. Tell me what happens. Oh, no. I'll also turn up the volume for myself so that way I can hear it. Because bad headphones. There we go.
This Friday is my birthday.
Woo!
A brutal reminder that, like we just discussed, time won't wait for me.
A brutal reminder that I'm going to die. Thanks, friends.
Whoa! Humans have parties for that, right? Are you gonna have a party?
Are you gonna have a party?
No, I'm not turning 12.
Why not?
How old are you turning?
How old are you?
Not 12. I thought parties were a thing you got to do your whole life.
Yeah, Miho's right.
That's not fair that only 12-year-olds get to have them. It's not like that. They're just one of those things that you grow out of.
Why?
Why?
Thank you, Miho.
Why what?
Why? Why did you grow out of them? It sounds fun.
Why do you grow out of them?
I love you, Miho. Her brow gets some more creases, like she's trying to explain this, as much to herself as to me.
It's just part of being an adult. You get older and older and you reach the real world and then you don't feel like having a party, I suppose.
Why not? Have a party. Invite friends. If you don't have friends, go make friends. there's community. You can reach out and say, hey, I'm throwing a party. Can people sign up and bring things and come hang out with me? They will. It's good. It's fun.
When you're young, it's exciting getting older because there's so much you can't do as a child. Once you're an adult, you realize that what you thought adult life would be like isn't real.
That's a good point. Like, what you thought adult life would be like. Here's the thing. I am speaking as a millennial. Adult life is completely different than what was told to me growing up because it was bullshit. It was nuclearized horribleness. When I talk about community, everybody's like, oh yeah, sure, like the vague, nebulous LGBT community. No. There's actually people at the end of this. And community was a thing in which everybody lived. We lived in communities. And then it got nuclearized. And so now it's broken down our social structures and like literally put us into these little boxes. So we can't like break out of them. And even if we were going to like a different generalized space, like something that's a little bit more public domain, you have to transaction to be there. It's literally pay to play. And that's absolutely breaking down communities everywhere. LGBT communities is something that is kind of a group that is around you who would actively go out of their way and out of their cubicle to try and be there with you. And it's good to try to do that. Meetup is a good place to do it. You can do it with groups. Try to be careful on Facebook groups. Twitter, Mastodon's a good place. You can definitely find local groups. It's something that is there. And LGBT community is actually a community and will break through that cubicle to be there with you. But you need to reach out. They don't know you're there unless you say something. Dainty Teen over.
So instead of being excited that there's cake and ice cream, you start worrying about how many calories are in each.
I don't know. Cake and ice cream.
What's a calorie?
Oh, please don't teach body shaming to Miho.
Never mind.
Never mind.
You know, Miho has a point.
Miho has a point.
She does?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
You're never too old to have fun, as you both went out of your way to remind me.
Yes. Oh, God. Thank you, Juliet, for dropping the, centuries of wisdom.
25 can be just as much a reason to celebrate as 5.
I suppose you're right. For the record, I'm only turning 24. Thank you very much.
No.
Still, I'm not the partying type. Plus, I told my parents I'd go visit them this weekend.
Ah.
Just for a day, mind. I'll be back well before 24 hours have passed.
Ditch 'em. Just ditch 'em.
That's wonderful. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed to see you.
Unless you have a good relationship with your parents, then yeah, that makes sense. Go have fun.
I'm sure they will be, at least for a little while. I still wouldn't want to stay for more than a weekend, even without Miho to keep in mind. Longer than that, and my mum and I would probably go crazy.
That's fair.
I'm not leaving Welly until late Saturday evening, though. Would you mind going with me to the bus stop on that day, Miho? Just to be extra safe.
Yeah, of course.
Even without a party, would you let us treat you to dinner on Friday evening? We can go wherever you like.
Oh?
That would be nice, thank you. No gifts, though. It won't be a party.
Okay.
That's easy, because I wouldn't know what to get you anyway.
Thank you, Miho.
Where do you want to go?
I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you two know. Maybe you can come over on Friday evening, and we'll go from there.
We actually get to see the, apartment?
Come over? Where?
To my apartment? I do have my own place to live, you know.
I do live places.
And, well, it isn't anything special, but I felt I should at least let you two see it. Only if you want to.
Oh. Now that we're besties, I guess you can, like, I don't know, come over.
Of course I want to!
I mean it. It's the definition of average. I'm not even sure if it can fit 3 people.
We'll find out.
I lived in a dirt hole for most of my life. I can handle anything.
That's a good point. Your friends here can turn into a fox and a bat. It's gonna be fine.
Good point. You'll feel right at home then.
I'd love to come visit as well. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You did just invite a vampire over. Does that mean Juliet could not have come visit Aspen at all until this invitation that just happened?
Great. I'll clean up and make sure the cats are on their best behavior. It's been quite a while since we've had company.
She's got cats! Oh my god, there's cats!
I can't wait!
3 of us chit chat for a little longer until it's time for us to split up for the day.
Miho, do you have any plans for the day?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Why?
I was planning to go see a movie soon. Would you like to come with me? You're more than welcome to, of course, Juliet, but I imagine it's rather late for you.
Unfortunately so. I'll be up a while longer, but I wouldn't be able to make it through an entire movie. I hope that you enjoy it, though.
I understand. Miho?
Is this a decision point?
It's fine if you don't want to come along, but the showing starts in an hour, so we'd need to leave soon. I prefer to get there before it's crowded.
Is this the start of you going on, like, 2 different routes? Yeah, the movie with Aspen sounds absolutely adorable, but, like, also I have a preference for Juliet. Okay, we're gonna go watch a movie with Aspen because a movie sounds like a lot of fun. I'd love to see what in the world Aspen is going to enjoy as a movie.
Sure, I'll go. It's like watching a really big TV, right?
Precisely. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Have fun, both of you. I'll see you 2 later.
Cool.
See ya!
Good night!
With that, Juliet waves goodbye and goes to bed.
Are you ready to go?
I mean, yes, I guess. You just asked me, so I wasn't prepared or anything.
Yep, I am.
Let's go. Aspen leads the way outside and down the road.
So what movie are we gonna see?
It's based off a book that I read a long time ago. I should have mentioned that it's a horror movie. That won't be a problem for you, right?
It's a horror movie? You like horror? I was not expecting this.
Nah, it's fine. What's a horror movie?
It's fine. What's a horror movie?
A scary movie. This one's about a creepy clown that terrorizes a small town.
Oh my god, it's it. Yep. With the clown and the sewers. Hey kid. Hey, Pennywise.
A clown? How is that scary?
Oh, because they're very scary. In 2016, there was an epidemic of killer clown stabbings. Look it up. It was a thing. Like, people were on the lookout for clowns with knives. That happened in America. It's a thing.
Well, he's not a regular clown, although those are frightening enough on their own. You'll just have to see, I suppose.
Yep.
Alright. I didn't know you liked scary things.
I don't watch them that often, but like I said, I read the book a long time ago, so I already know what happens. It's just interesting to see how well it gets translated to the screen.
That's true. That's very, very true. That the book adaptation is much different. Like, they end up saving the world with some form of, like, weird turtle thing.
If it ends
Spoiler.
up being too much for you, just let me know. Not everyone has the stomach for these sorts of films.
That's true. But it itself should be, like, more psychological horror than anything else. And Miho's probably lived through worse.
Okay.
The movie theater is on the same street as the Bell House, but a lot further down. It's the one that Juliet showed me before. Back then I told her that I didn't think I'd be interested in scary movies, but here I am anyway. It's not something I go see by myself though. Aspen pays for both of our tickets, saying that I could just pay her back later. It's a date. We go inside through a pair of glass doors like the ones at the museum.
Do you want any snacks?
Of course. What do they have?
You're buying snacks at the movie theater? That's so expensive. I mean, but popcorn. I'm allergic to popcorn, which is very sad. I miss popcorn.
Well, traditionally you have popcorn at the movies. They also have candy and other things too. If you'd like, we can share some popcorn.
Oh, that blush. Aspen's like, maybe share some popcorn.
Sounds good. I've never had popcorn from a machine like that before.
Let's change that then.
Aspen goes to the counter and places our order while I wait nearby. A moment later, she approaches me carrying an enormous tub of popcorn with all the butter and the fixins. It's at least as big as my head, ears and all.
Whoa, that's huge!
It is.
Considering how much they charge for it, it's only fair. Come on, let's go sit down.
I was about to say, it's probably worth like at least an hour and a half of your working wage, at minimum. Oh, hello, darkness. I follow her down a hallway and through another door, where I finally get my first look at the movie screen.
Whoa, that's huge too!
That is huge too. It makes my TV look like a toy in comparison. In fact, it's probably bigger than my entire room. We go up some stairs and then sit down in one of the back rows near the middle. Aspen holds the bucket of popcorn in her lap and grabs a handful, right as something starts to play on the screen. Immediately, my ears are assaulted by blaring music and booming speech with the sound coming from all around. I instinctively cover my ears at first. Oh.
Is it supposed to be this loud?
I have to yell to just make myself heard.
Yes, but we're not. It's like the library. These are just previews for other movies that are coming out soon. But once the real thing starts, we're not supposed to talk.
Yes, but like, read the room, Aspen. Miho's hurting.
Although, it's not like there are many other people around that we'd be disturbing.
She's right. We're the only ones in the theater right now. This must be why she wanted to see the movie this early in the day. Generally, earlier in the day means that there's gonna be kiddos. And, like, outings for tiny ones. So, but, no, this is it. The kiddos would not be in it. That's rated R. Eventually, I get used to the volume level. I grab a handful of popcorn from a bucket to munch on, and I'm surprised by how tasty it is.
Whoa, this?
I slap my other hand over my mouth to shut myself up, which makes Aspen laugh. She leans over to whisper.
It's fine. We won't bother anyone. It's just good to know for the next time you see a movie.
Oh, okay. This is really good.
We sit through a few minutes worth of previews before our movie finally begins. Aspen and I, mostly me, if I'm being honest, are almost halfway through the popcorn already. The movie gets right into the action. Within the first couple minutes, the clown Aspen mentioned is already causing chaos. I thought clowns were supposed to be funny, but apparently this one didn't get the memo. I'm not bored, but I'm not exactly scared either. At some point there's a loud bang as an evil clown jumps out of the darkness. Beside me, Aspen jumps in her seat, almost spilling the popcorn on the floor. Embarrassed, she wraps her arms tighter around it so it doesn't happen again. The movie lasts a lot longer than I expected. By the time we leave, it's almost lunchtime. Although, I'm too full of popcorn to be hungry. Stepping out into the light, I noticed Aspen's face is pale and she wipes her hands on her blouse.
So, how did you like it?
Yes!
It was alright. I don't think I was ever very scared, though.
That's good. I thought I would be okay since I knew what was going to happen, but it startled me a few times.
Yeah, I noticed.
At some point, she was even covering her eyes. Aww.
Well, there's a reason I don't watch those types of movies very often. I'm glad you had a nice time, though.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. Maybe next time we can see something that's easier to watch.
Finally, Aspen manages a smile.
Yes, I'd like that.
That was cute. Oh, and now we got some time to burn. Save. I'm like halfway through my saves. Okay. So that was very cute. I like that. Cuba Streets is always fun. We haven't been to the park in a while. Let's go to the park. The park is breezy today. The trees rustle and dance at the whims of the wind, and my hair wisps around me as well. Maybe for other people this would look picturesque, but it just keeps blowing hair into my mouth. Blah. I do my best to discreetly spit my own hair out without anyone noticing me, but the wind just seems to blow it right back at me. Seemingly almost insistent and malicious in intent. Unless I want to look even more silly, maybe I'd better just sit next to the building for a while to let the wind die down. Wide open field on the park is working against me today. Okay, well that was fun. Waterfront or... Let's go back to the bay. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a sec. There we go. This is a bad headset if I ever told you that. Ugh, it's hurting my head. It's like pressure right at the top. So bad. Okay. I've seen people picnic on the beach before, so I got a bit curious and wanted to try it myself. Today's solo picnic consists of prepackaged peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a small bag of chips, and a juice pouch. Not bad for a girl who's with limited pocket space and only 2 hands. I hunkered down in the sand and ate my meal, enjoying the ambiance of the ocean quite a bit. It's just me, yours is way tastier than usual. Is it the magic of eating on the beach? What could it be? Is it the salty air? Does salt make everything taste better? It does. I have to remember this. More salt on my food? Yum. Aww. Aspen's home. Aspen's home. This is going to be so fun. Let's do this. Later in the evening, Aspen sends a message to Juliet to let her know that she's ready for us to come over, and the 2 of us walk down to the address she gave us. Juliet leads the way, of course, since I don't know many of the streets by name. Hold up. Excuse me. Get to hear my adorable sneeze. We eventually arrive at an unremarkable-looking apartment building, just a few stories tall and without many decorations out front.
This is the place. I believe she's on the ground floor.
Not too far away, one of the doors swings open and Aspen pokes her head out to wave at us.
Miho, Juliet, over here. Aspen!
Yay! She holds the door open with one hand while pushing something away with her feet. Cat.
No! Stay back, you 2.
I freeze halfway to where she is.
What's wrong?
I said, no, not you, Miho. I'm talking to the cats.
Aspen gestures for us to come inside while keeping an eye on the floor. Juliet and I hurry in. Aspen shuts the door behind us.
Well, ta-da! Or something.
Ta-da! Or something.
Whoa!
Whoa. The entire place is just one room. So she's got a studio apartment. Okay. Except for a small bathroom right across from the door to a tiny kitchen area with a fridge, stove, and microwave. Everything else is basically a bedroom. There's a dresser, a single desk with a computer, and Aspen's bed itself. Some luggage and boxes are scattered around, which I'm assuming were part of Aspen's cleanup.
I hope that was the good kind of whoa.
I mean, kinda. You have an adorable little studio apartment, and that's very valid. You're 24.
It's lovely, Aspen. I adore the fairy lights and plants. They make it feel very welcoming. Thank you for having us.
Juliet is struggling with how small you live.
Yeah, thanks. Was it?
Oh, it was a good whoa, don't worry. I didn't mean to click. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't really have any expectations, but I'm still kind of surprised by how small it is. I figured she'd be exaggerating that part at least a little bit. Decorations make it feel fitting for Aspen, though. Two pairs of green eyes peek at us from around the corner, and both cats go dashing under the bed as we step further in.
Sorry there's not more space to sit down. You can see why I don't have company over very often. You can sit on the bed if you'd like. Or the computer chair.
Oh, it's fine. I'm okay on the floor.
Yup. So gay of you. I take a seat with my back against the dresser while Juliet sits down on the bed as invited. Aspen ends up taking the sole chair for herself. As soon as I sit down, I spring back up, remembering the occasion.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy birthday, Aspen. Here's to another wonderful year.
Thank you. This year has been pretty good, I must say.
Narrowing my eyes, I inspect Aspen, who notices and frowns at me.
Can I help you?
You don't look any older.
I'm glad to hear that. It doesn't just happen overnight on your birthday, though. Not that you would be aware of that, I suppose. Anyway, enough about that. Are you too hungry? We've already done everything there is to do here, I believe. Now you understand why I never have people over.
It's fine. I don't mind just sitting around. But, yeah, I'm always ready to eat.
Have you decided where you want to go?
I think so. There's a seafood restaurant that isn't too far away that I enjoy, but don't go to very often. Does that work for both of you?
Sounds great.
I'm okay with anything. I just like food.
Indeed. It's your birthday, so we'll have whatever you want.
All right. Let's get going then.
But cats, can we see cats? Ah, okay. No cats this time. Sadness. The restaurant is a bit of a walk from Aspen's apartment, but it's a nice day, so I don't mind. We end up at the pier not too far from the museum I visited. It's not a very big place, but it's bigger than the Bell House. Half of it juts out over the ocean itself. We get seated right away at a long table with metal stools.
It sure smells fishy.
It's supposed to. That means it's fresh.
Actually, if it smells fishy, it means it's actually not fresh. That's opposite there. Our waiter brings 3 menus, setting one in front of us and promises to take our order soon. Aspen and Juliet both pick up their menus and start to flip through, so I do the same.
Let me know if you need help reading anything, Miho.
Thanks.
Fortunately, there are plenty of pictures. The Bell House could learn a thing or two from here. I'm even able to read some of the words, like fish and corn. No corn for me, but fish, yes. But there are others that I don't recognize at all.
What do you usually get here, Aspen?
Well, they're most well known for their crab, although it's very messy. And expensive, so I've never had it. I usually get the clam chowder or fish and chips if I want to hate myself later.
By fish and chips.
Oh. What's chowder?
It's like a thick soup.
Oh. Whoa.
What soup?
Isn't it hard to eat clams? I've tried before, but I couldn't get past the shells.
Aww.
They do that for you. No shells involved.
Whoa! That's nice of them.
I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that. Is there something you usually order when you go out to eat?
Oh, I've never been to a restaurant before. Unless you count the Bell House. Well, not as a paying customer, at least. But I know how they work because I've seen them on TV.
I hope you enjoy your first time then.
I will.
Both of you, feel free to order whatever you'd like. Don't worry about the price.
Oh, Juliet, how do you have this much money? I mean, yes, you probably amassed, like, lots of wealth over centuries, but, like, how? How did you? How? Also, thank you, Sugar Mama.
Don't worry, I wasn't.
Miho's like, of course. I wasn't worried about the price. I can't read that anyway. I have no concept of money. A nearby door swings open, and for a second, I can see into the kitchen as another waiter comes out, carrying a big bucket. A number of spiny claws and legs poke out of it. Ta-ta.
Wait. Is that...
They take the bucket to another table and set it down, along with a big pile of napkins.
The crab? Yes.
I watch intently, curious to see how these people are going to get past the shells.
You shouldn't stare, you know.
I ignore her. I have to know! They grab some utensils that I've never seen before and use those to crack the shells. I watch fascinated as they do so. Turning back to Aspen and Juliet, I've made up my mind. We're getting the crab.
I want that!
Claws are too hard. But I used to love eating crab. It's been a long, long time since I've had it, though.
It would be nice to try at least once.
Juliet's like, yeah, fucking yeah. I'm gonna pay for my little bitches. Eat your crab.
Sounds like it's settled then.
I love you, Juliet. You make things happen. Thank you for advancing plot. Our waiter shows back up, a few glasses of water in hand, and Juliet orders for all of us. The waiter takes the menus back, saying our food should be out before too long. I sip my water and look around, enjoying the new experience.
Have you ever been here before, Juliet?
I haven't. As I'm sure you know, I don't go out to eat very often. I've been to similar restaurants before, though.
You went to the Bell House back when it first opened, didn't you? I seem to recall you telling me that once.
I did, yes. I can still remember what I had. A chai latte with a blueberry scone.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Were you working there yet?
No.
Oh no, it was a few years before I came to Welly. Although, Regina, my boss, wants to expand. There's going to be a second location opening in a couple months. She asked me if I would consider being store manager.
Oh?
Oh, congratulations! That's quite the honor.
You'd get to run the whole place?
I would still be working for her, but otherwise, yes. I haven't decided if I want to do it or not, though. It would be a lot more work and responsibility, obviously. It would take up much more of my time, too.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I want to put myself through that.
Oh, that's valid. That's a good thing. I love that. And here's the thing, is that a lot of people are, like, having to struggle with that same aspect of, like, how much of myself do I put into my work versus how much of that time do I want for myself. And it's valid to turn down, like, a manager job because it is a lot more responsibility and a lot more work. If it's not something that's valuable to you, then don't do it. And that's absolutely valid.
That's understandable. I do think you'd be well suited for it, though.
She would be. But she has a good valid point. She wants to probably write with that time.
Yeah, you already do a lot at the other Bell House.
Thanks. Yes, it is tempting. I told her I'll think about it and give her an answer by the end of next month. The building it'll be in is already a coffee shop, so it won't take too long to convert. It all depends on some other things, really.
Like what?
Well, for one, I'd been thinking about keeping this a secret until I hear back, but I finally finished a draft of my manuscript.
Ooh! Yes, congrats!
I sent it off to a few publishers to see what they think.
Oh, congratulations, Aspen. That's a stunning achievement.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with all your free time now?
Thank you. That's a good question. I'm sure I'll spend plenty of it worrying. Other than that, I will need to find some new ways to fill my day.
Oh dear.
If all goes well, then I won't have time to help out at the new store. I'm getting rather ahead of myself, though. It's only been a little over a week since I submitted it.
Oh. I hope it works out for you.
Me too.
Oh, good luck, Aspen. We sit and talk about the usual stuff for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before our waiter comes out of the kitchen carrying a giant bucket like the one we saw earlier. Aspen and I both gasp in awe as they place it on the table before us with a flourish, giving us a stack of napkins and tools like the other group.
Well, let's not just stare. Dig in!
I don't even know where to start.
I grab one of the pieces closest to me. It's hot. So hot I drop it on my plate. Aspen does the same with a yelp of pain. Juliet, on the other hand, seems totally unbothered as she calmly claims a portion for herself. Not a problem. Just a vampire. Leaning in close, I blow on my food to try and cool it down. While I do, I watch Juliet to observe how she does it. She smiles when she notices me watching, and turns her hands to give me a better view as she uses the tool to crack the shell and get to the meat. That's really sweet. Yeah, I am a big crab fan. Big crab fan. I love crab. Aspen seems to know what she's doing too, once it's cool enough for her to handle. Now I just need to give it a try. Try to mimic what I saw Juliet do, and after a moment of squeezing really hard, it finally works!
That was a lot easier than trying to use my own claws.
I should hope so.
Mechanical advantage. I pile it onto my fork and take a big bite, finally getting to enjoy my prize. I feel my eyes go wide with how good it is.
Enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I quickly finish the piece I was eating and then rush to grab another one. It's a lot easier to crack now that I know what I'm doing. For a while, the only sounds coming from our table are those of us enjoying our food and an occasional sip of water. Then our waiter comes by to give us refills. They look a little shocked at how much we've already gone through. When the bucket is finally empty, I sadly toss the shell of my last piece into the waste bag. Juliet seems to pick up on it.
Are you still hungry, Miho?
Hungry? No. Do I want to eat more? Yes. That was delicious.
Juliet glances at Aspen, who shrugs.
I could eat more.
Oh. Next time the waiter passes by, Juliet facts him down with a smile.
Could we get a second order of this, please?
It feels like may as well be my birthday instead of Aspen's. Aw. By the time we get up from the second bucket, even I can't eat it anymore, and we leave the restaurant in a bit of a daze. No, you guys are cute.
I don't know if I've ever been this full in my life.
Me too. I think I'm set on crab for a long time now. Thanks for dinner though, Juliet. It was wonderful.
Of course. It was my pleasure. I hope you've had a nice birthday.
I certainly have. Now if I can make it back home, I'll call it a success. I feel like I've put on several kilos just from that meal.
That's valid, but that's fair.
Would you like me to call you a taxi?
Oh no, Juliet's just like, oh no, we can shuttle you with a car.
No, it's fine. Walking some of this off will be good for me. I still have to pack and get ready for tomorrow.
Oh,
I suppose Miho and I will head home as well then. Does that sound okay, Miho?
Yeah. Let's just walk slow.
oh. So I manage a wave. I manage a weak wave. I just realized there's a rainbow in the background behind Miho and Aspen. Oh. Oh, that must be the start of Cuba Street. Oh.
Bye, Aspen. Happy birthday again.
Thank you again. Good night to you both. I'll see you two tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Aspen trudges off, but Juliet somehow seems unfazed.
Shall we be off?
I take a deep breath. I steel myself for the long walk home.
Yeah. Let's go.
Aww. That was cute. Okay, well, we're gonna pause here. That was very cute. Oh my god, birthday shenanigans. Ugh, I love it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I am just thoroughly enjoying this story, and we're now starting to get to the dating portion, which is also even a lot more fun because I get to see the interaction between everybody. But with that, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.